Today at ET Infra's Aviation Connect, we are joined by none other than Salil Gupte, who is spearheading India's Boeing operation, especially commercial airplanes. So, Mr. Gupte, this is Aero India 2023. How is it different for Boeing from the previous years?
Well, it's a very exciting time for all of us who are here at Aero India 23. We have one of the largest delegations that we've ever had as Boeing for Aero India, and the U.S. government actually has the largest delegation they've ever had for an Indian air show, period. So it reflects the importance of the India market and the growth of the India market that we expect. My colleague, Mr. Dev Kachari, who's our global expert for marketing and our market forecast, just announced over the last half hour that we expect over 2,200 aircraft to be coming into the Indian market over the next 20 years. And that is driven by the growth of the Indian economy and the growth of the Indian middle class. And so, reflecting that, we need to make sure that as Boeing, our customers here who are also going to grow, not just add more aircraft to their fleets, but also potentially we add more customers in India in the years to come. We need to make sure that the ecosystem is there to support them to operate our aircraft efficiently. And one of the ways that we do that is to make it easier to maintain aircraft in India, make it easier for us to support aircraft in India. So we made a couple announcements here yesterday. One, the announcement of a new logistics center that we will be bringing to India. This is an investment that we're making that previously have only happened in major MRO hubs like Singapore and Dubai. We believe India can and should be a similar MRO hub. And so we're bringing that to India to support the airlines and the MROs here. We also announced the creation of a customer support center here in India that will be based in the Delhi NCR region to support customers with any technical issues or regulatory help they need or support they need, in addition to ensuring that we're able to work with them in their time zone. And so that's a very important add to our service offerings to make sure that our customers are well taken care of here in India and the region. And so that's an exciting development as well.
Right. You talked about the MRO sector. Now, in terms of the Indian context, we are yet to sort of become the MRO hub. All the steps and processes are being taken. But with your partners out there in India, your private partners and your government, what is it that you're hearing? That what sort of MRO more policy measures or reforms are we going to see?
Well, so the government took great steps with the MRO tax rationalization a few years ago to bring that down to 5%, which helped more competitive in the MRO space. There's still some work to be done on customs duties for parts that are coming in, things like that. But ultimately, we're headed in the right direction on MRO. Now we just need to ensure that as the need for global MRO capacity comes, because a lot of it was built before COVID, and now as the MRO market comes back, we're just using up a lot of that capacity outside of India that had already previously been built up in places like Dubai, Singapore, Latin America, China, Eastern Europe, what have you. As that capacity is taken up, we need to make sure that our Indian MRO partners, like Airworks, like GMR, like AIESL, like Max Aero, they're ready to make those investments to take up the next leg of MRO capacity that's needed. MRO capacity comes in waves. And for the next wave that's going to come, India needs to be well positioned. So we've been doing a number of things. One, we've been working very closely with those Indian MRO partners to enable them in terms of maintenance capability. We've been doing work with them on defense. For example, platforms like the P-8, which is based on a 737, that helps build their capability for 737s going forward. We've been bringing component repair to some of those partners so they're able to do that. And we've been doing some matchmaking. We've been bringing those MROs, Indian MROs, together with some of our tier one suppliers to see if they can do component repair here as well. All of those things are in preparation for that next wave of MRO capacity growth that we hope happens here in India.
Right. So last time we met, you talked about sourcing those materials from your Indian suppliers for Boeing's main operations. So when it comes to those, are we going to see any more announcements in terms of sourcing those materials? All those partners are working out in India.
Oh, absolutely. We've made some announcements this week. We'll continue to make announcements throughout the year about the sourcing. Just over the last, I want to say, 24 months, we have announced almost $2 billion in contracts, which is far and away more than any other OEM in India. And so we're very proud of the continued growth of that sourcing. We're at $1 billion today, and we have been for the last couple of years. The reason for that, of course, was during COVID. A lot of the supply chain was challenged, and some of the rates of airplane manufacturing went down. But what's remarkable about that is India never went down. India stayed the same throughout that, which shows you how much more work we were putting here. Now, as all of that rates are going back up, now as that supply chain recovers over the next couple of years, we are confident that that 1 billion is going to grow quite rapidly.
Right. So my last question, you gave a very encouraging forecast in terms of your aircraft deliveries, both wide bodies and narrow bodies. There's a big order coming up. It's Air India. What is Boeing's strategy? You're going to go for the wide body market out of India. What are the strategies you're going to looking forward to?
Well, our strategy is very straightforward, right? Our strategy is to build the best ecosystem we can in India to make sure that whatever products our airline customers need from us, they can acquire from us and operate safely and efficiently. And if we can do that, that combined with the superiority of our products themselves and how well they fit with the needs that our airline customers have, whether you're talking about any of our customers, Akasa, SpiceJet, Vistara, Air India is a customer already for us today. Any of those customers, the fit of our products with their needs and the ecosystem around it are going to ensure that we gain a significant share of that market that we talked about. It's very, very simple. We never have a strategy around winning a particular share of the market with one particular customer. It's always about how our products meet their needs and then the support that we can provide them to operate those products as best they can.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Gupte. It was really a pleasure talking to you, and all the best for Aero India 2023.
Thank you.
Thank you.